TB-500 is a synthetic version of a natural protein fragment called thymosin beta-4. It's found all over our bodies, in almost every human and animal tissue. This molecule, it helps with wound repair, tissue regeneration, even modulating your immune system. It's like your body's natural emergency repair system. So which one wins? It really depends on what you're trying to heal. BPC-157 shines for gut health, tendons, and nerve injuries. TB-500, on the other hand, is better for if you've ever dealt with a nagging injury, you know the frustration. Weeks, months, feeling stuck in slow motion while everyone else seems to sprint ahead. But what if there was a way to speed up recovery, to get back in the game faster? Enter TB-500, a peptide that's got the recovery world buzzing. In fact, some even call it BPC-157 on steroids. So is it legit science or just another biohacking fantasy? Today we're diving deep into TB-500, what it is, how it works, what the research really says, and whether it's worth your attention. So what exactly is TB-500? Is it just some crazy synthetic compound cooked up in a lab? Not really. TB-500 is a synthetic version of a natural protein fragment called thymosin beta-4. It's found all over our bodies, in almost every human and animal tissue. This molecule, it helps with wound repair, tissue regeneration, even modulating your immune system. It's like your body's natural emergency repair system. Where BPC-157 is thought to focus on specific areas, your gut, a tendon, etc., TB-500 works systemically. It travels throughout the entire body after injection, looking for places that need repair. So instead of a local repair crew, think of TB-500 as sending out a nationwide emergency response team. So how does TB-500 actually work? First up, cell migration. TB-500 encourages healing cells to move toward the site of an injury faster. Second, angiogenesis. It boosts the formation of new blood vessels, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to damaged tissues. And third, actin regulation. Actin is a protein that controls how cells move and grow. TB-500 helps stabilize actin, keeping it primed and ready to aid in cellular repair. In simple terms, TB-500 clears the roads and turbocharges the rescue squads. Imagine a natural disaster hits. BPC-157 is like your local SWAT team fixing the immediate damage. TB-500, on the other hand, is like the National Guard, mobilizing a full state recovery effort. And I want to tell you a quick story. So one of my friends from jiu-jitsu tore his rotator cuff during open mat. Classic injury. He was looking at a 6-month recovery minimum. But after stacking TB-500 with BPC-157 under medical supervision, he was back in the gym in under 3 months, hitting PRs. Now that's just one story. It's not a clinical trial, but stories like this are why TB-500 keeps gaining a cult following. So what does the science actually say? So with TB-500, the animal studies are pretty exciting. In horses, especially racehorses with chronic tendon injuries, TB-500 has been shown to have remarkable results, speeding up tissue regeneration. And in rodent studies, it helped regenerate heart tissue after induced heart attacks. But humans? Human trials are almost non-existent. We mostly have anecdotal evidence from athletes, bodybuilders, and biohackers who swear by it. But without randomized control trials, we have to be careful drawing any conclusions. Bottom line, TB-500 shows promise, but the science still needs to play catch up. So how do you take TB-500? So first, most users inject subcutaneously, just under the skin. The typical dosing is 2 to 5 milligrams per injection, about 1 to 2 times per week. There are some protocols that suggest a loading phase for the first month, basically with higher frequency, then tapering to maintenance doses. And many people stack TB-500 with BPC-157, trying to get the best of both worlds, targeted and systemic healing. Now for the not so fun part, the risks. Reported side effects are usually mild, some fatigue, dizziness, and headaches after injection. But the biggest concern amongst the researchers, angiogenesis and cancer. Since TB-500 promotes new blood vessel growth, there's a theoretical risk that it could speed up undiagnosed cancerous growths. So it's important to note, we don't have any evidence showing TB-500 causes cancer, but caution is key. And remember, TB-500 is not FDA approved. It's sold for research use only, meaning quality control is a huge question mark. And if you're sourcing peptides, third-party testing is a non-negotiable. Now let's do a side-by-side comparison of TB-500 with BPC-157. So first, in terms of the target tissues, BPC-157 is really more localized healing, whereas TB-500 is more systemic. In terms of angiogenesis, or the development of new blood vessels, with BPC-157, it's moderate, but with TB-500, it's high. And so BPC-157 is really best for gut, tendons, and nerves. TB-500, on the other hand, muscle, heart, and soft tissue. And lastly, legal status, neither one of these are FDA approved. So which one wins? It really depends on what you're trying to heal. BPC-157 shines for gut health, tendons, and nerve injuries. TB-500, on the other hand, is better for recovering from muscle tears, major surgeries, or even heart stress. And as I mentioned earlier, some people choose to stack both of them. So TB-500 is a powerful tool, but we're still early in understanding exactly how safe and effective it is for humans. If you're recovering from injury, surgery, or chronic inflammation, TB-500 might offer a major boost. But be smart, source carefully, work with professionals, and always weigh the risks and unknowns. I really hope you enjoyed the content, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one, where we'll be discussing CJC-1295, the peptide that claims to boost your natural growth hormone levels. Thank you.